for dinner tonight? Chicken enchiladas and a slightly spicy tomato sauce with the Monterey Jack cheese down over the top. What I'm doing right now is shredding up some poached chicken breasts with a couple of forks. The chicken breasts, I got one package of chicken breasts and I put them into a couple of cups of chicken stock. You could put in a little chicken stock and then just add a little water to it to bring it up over the top of the chicken breasts. I put an onion in there to punch up the poaching liquid, and I've got 2 sprigs of fresh oregano, or you could use a pinch of dried, of course. That's a nice base for your poaching liquid. Then you pull the chicken breasts out and you just use 2 forks to shred it up, just like that. See, I'll show you. See how there's a big chunk left here? Just stab it with 1 fork to hold it in place and pull it apart using the other fork. I'm going to take a little of this poaching liquid now and add it to the shredded chicken. Just a ladle or 2 to moisten it. I want to keep it nice and hot because I'm going to mix it together with some tomato paste right in the bowl here. So a couple of squirts of the tomato paste go in there. I'm going to use a nice dark chili powder. Again, spicy, but not too over the top, not too hot. Little of that in there. And you can start it mild and work up from there and just keep tasting it. The chicken's fully cooked at this point, of course. So just put a little bit in, keep going up until you're happy with it. And then nice ground cumin. Now this is very smoky, but it's not hot at all. Has a really earthy, smoky scent to it. If it's a new flavor for you, again, start little and then take it up until you're happy with the overall flavor. A little bit of salt, tiny bit of black pepper. You just mix all that together with the fork, sort of like you're tossing a big salad here. It's a nice chicken salad you're making. And that tomato paste will start to break down into that nice hot poaching liquid, and the spices will combine, and that makes your lovely filling for your enchiladas. Easy, easy so far. Now we're gonna move along to the sauce. I've got a lot of my nice flavorful poaching liquid left. I'm gonna marry it up with some tomato sauce. You need about 3 cups. That's 3 small 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. If you just have ground tomatoes or crushed tomatoes, tomato puree, all of that's fine, even stewed tomatoes. The sauce may differ in consistency a little bit, but work with whatever you have in your pantry. And I also have some soft flour tortillas that I wrapped in foil and just put them into a low oven so they could get nice and soft so we could work with them. So simple. You take the tomato sauce, combine it with some more of the poaching liquid, let that simmer together for a few minutes so the flavors can combine. And then you add just a little pinch of cinnamon to your tomato sauce. Smells good in here. A little bit of salt and pepper. Over the shoulder for luck. Then you let it go till it thickens up a little bit. To build the enchiladas, what you do is you take your casserole dish, put a little sauce at the bottom of my casserole dish, scooch it around a little. Then you take your warmed flour tortillas. These are the little guys. They're about 6 inches. Separate them and keep them wrapped up while you're working with them. Keep the heat on them so they stay nice and soft to work with. Put a little bit of your chicken mixture on the edge, on one edge of your flour tortilla. Give it a tuck and roll. And for a small dish like this, you can fit about 8 of your enchiladas in there, 8 of your little tortilla rolls. But you know, I mean, work with the size and shape of the dish you're working with, obviously. And tortillas are terrific to keep on hand in the freezer. You can make little quesadillas anytime for a quick snack. So, you know, pick up a couple extra packages of them. Oh, look how good that looks already. So more sauce down over the top, and if you have any left over, it depends on the size of the casserole. If you have any left over, put it on the table for extra sauce to put on at the table. So then you put a monstrous layer of Monterey Jack down over the top. Pop it into the oven until everything's golden brown. Just even pop it under the broiler because the thing's already cooked. So either really hot oven or right under the broiler, melt all the cheese, let everything set.